Hello YouTube and people of the interwebs, welcome back to another Doctor Who video. Today I'm going to be discussing the 60th anniversary of the show, which obviously, as we all sort of know, unless you've been living under some sort of weird rock, features David Tennant as the 14th Doctor, Catherine Tate returns after many years as Donna Noble, we've got Ncuti Gatwa who plays the 15th Doctor in there somewhere, and today I'm going to be discussing how I think it ends, because I kind of think maybe I've figured it out. I think I know, roughly, how and why the 14th Doctor is going to change into the 15th Doctor and the sort of events that'll lead up to it, characters and whatnot. So yeah, strap yourselves in for this Doctor Who theory video. Let me know in the comments your thoughts and theories as well, because I'm always interested to read that sort of stuff. So, first up, why does the 14th Doctor have the same face as the 10th Doctor and the 10.5 Doctor? I say 10.5 because technically he used up 2 regenerations because he regenerated in the Stolen Earth, but it's the same incarnation. We know he's got his British voice back from the trailer that he says Allons-y. Allons-y! So this is very much the persona of the 10th Doctor with the face of the 10th Doctor. Now, I think this has all happened as a result of Neil Patrick Harris's character, who you can see here. It hasn't been officially confirmed by the BBC who he's playing, but we've seen 2 pictures and seemingly 2 separate identities of this character. One where he looks like this, which is incredibly reminiscent of, like, the 11th Doctor in Let's Kill Hitler, with his just, cool sort of magician attire. But the other one, where he very much looks like a traditional toy maker. And obviously, if you're a fan of the classic Doctor Who series and William Hartnell stories in particular, that's gonna start ringing some alarm bells. A toy maker looking person coming back for the 60th anniversary, it's only logical to conclude Neil Patrick Harris is probably playing the Celestial Toymaker from the 1960-something story, The Celestial Toymaker. We know he's featuring alongside other villains like Beep the Meep and the Wraith Warriors and other things which I'm sure will be revealed in time. We know that Russell has been looking back at original sort of old material for this 60th anniversary. As I mentioned a second ago, he's bringing back Beep the Meep, who is an obscure comic book character from like Doctor Who Marvel comics. He's never appeared in the official like canon show, he's only been expanded media, so Russell's clearly looking into old stuff and bringing it forward. And if you look way back into the original plans of the show from William Hartnell's first regeneration, you'll find that before the concept of regeneration even existed, the showrunners, well, not showrunners, they were like producers. The producers at the time wanted to make it so that the Celestial Toymaker is the cause of the Doctor's regeneration. Now, this would have been William Hartnell into Patrick Troughton. Reading this article here from the wonderful source of Wikipedia, the concept of regeneration was created in 1966 by the writers of Doctor Who as a method of replacing the leading actor. The role of the Doctor had been played by William Hartnell since the programme began in 1963, but by 1966 it was increasingly apparent that Hartnell's health was deteriorating and he was becoming more difficult to work with. Producer John Wills had, following several clashes with Hartnell, intended to have the actor replaced in The Celestial Toymaker. During 2 episodes of that serial, the Doctor is invisible, owing to Hartnell being on holiday during the recording. Wiles's plan was for the character to reappear, played by a new actor. The proposal was vetoed by Gerald Savoy, the BBC's head of serials and Wiles's superior, before The Celestial Toymaker was produced. However, it was apparent that this could not be possible, blah 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 blah. But yeah, that just proves my point. Russell's going to be looking at all of this old stuff, and to celebrate 60 years of the show, why not look at the conception of the first regeneration, which originally heavily featured the Celestial Toymaker. Maybe he's bringing that idea into the modern day. So yeah, first up, the Celestial Toymaker has probably influenced this regeneration. It comes as a surprise to the 14th Doctor that he's got this face back. It's clearly not something he had agency in or that he's choosing to do.
What?
But why this face? Well, I think it has something to do with Donna. Not only because the trailer says this,
I don't believe in destiny, but if destiny exists, then it is heading for Donna Noble.
But also because if we look back to Series 4, something is always connecting the Doctor and Donna. Wilfred meets the Doctor constantly, Donna keeps bumping into him, and we're told at the time, oh, it's Dalek Khan and the prophecy of the Doctor Donna, and oh, the Ood could see it coming. What if that was wrong? What if retroactively Russell is going to say, actually, it was the Toymaker that kept drawing these two together? Or maybe just after the events of the Dalek Khan stuff, the Toymaker went, that was a good idea from Dalek Khan, let's draw them back together. And obviously, Donna only knows the Doctor with Tennant's face, so if there's something that needs to happen with Donna and the Doctor, why not revert the Doctor's face back to how it used to be and back to how Donna would recognise him? Maybe it's all going to be this big meta-narrative of the Toymaker not wanting things to change and wanting to keep the Doctor and Donna together. In a similar way that us, the audience, can't let go of the duo either. There's also mention of Donna having parallel worlds and sort of stuff constantly built around her. The Doctor Who Instagram and Twitter pages even posted this the other day, which kind of leans into this theory. Something that's outside the normal realm of the Doctor Who universe. As for what the Toymaker needs the two together for, I have no idea, but I'm sure we'll find out, and I'm sure that's the reasoning behind it. What if the Toymaker doesn't want time to move forward? What if he wants to keep this weird little parallel universe thing? And maybe the best way of doing that is by picking the most stubborn of the Doctor's regenerations and giving him back the persona and the face of David Tennant. Because he's the only Doctor that outright goes, no, I don't want to go, I'm not going, up until his last breath. So yeah, if the Toymaker wants to cling on to the past, maybe bringing back the 10th Doctor makes sense, because he's not going to want to go again, is he? Once again, that draws us into this direction they could be going with a whole sort of meta-narrative where David Tennant, well, the 10th Doctor / 14th Doctor, has to overcome his vanity and overcome his I don't want to go and realise that it is time to go, and he needs to go for things to move forward. He needs to change into an actual new incarnation rather than just keeping this old face forever, which is why he ends up regenerating. Whether it's a case of he actually gets injured or wounded or dies and then begins regenerating, or he just within himself accepts he needs to change, so does, because I'm pretty sure Time Lords can do that, like the whole wearing a bit thin thing. That all remains to be seen. But yeah, I reckon it's going to be this meta-narrative about the show needing to move on. Before he regenerates, he will get to say like I want to go, or I need to go, or something like that. Donna, I don't think will be able to remember the Doctor. Or if she does remember the Doctor, she's now got a family. She's not going to be able to keep travelling forever. So there's this theme of moving on, accepting and enjoying what has been, but the show and the characters all need to move on to progress their lives. Which makes way for the fantastic 15th Doctor played by Ncuti Gatwa. Something like that I think would be really, really cool. Let me know what you think in the comments. I've also thought of other reasons why maybe he changes into the 15th Doctor. We'll do this as like a quick fire round. One of those being, maybe it's so that if Donna briefly gets her memories back, let's say for some magical reason she gets her memories back for like 72 hours, and she has to forget him afterwards, maybe he simply changes his face so that if they ever bump into each other, she's not going to recognise him and her head's not going to explode. I mean, that's a bit of a weaker theory, but who knows. Maybe he just dies, like he just gets shot, or he jumps in the way of a bullet or something at the end of a story and he just dies, which means he needs to regenerate afterwards, and it's not as deep as I'm making it out to be. Maybe, but I think this is also unlikely, it ties into the power of the Doctor and the whole forced regeneration thing. I mean, the Master force regenerated into the Doctor, and then that went vice versa. Maybe that's messed up the regeneration and it's all gone wibbly wobbly, who knows. Or maybe, if we look at other historic reasons for regeneration, it's to remind him of something, like Capaldi's was. I mean, he kept the face of Carcilius from the fires of Pompeii to remind him that people need saving, or some waffly nonsense that didn't really make that much sense. I mean, I didn't dislike it, but it was a bit waffly. But yeah, those are all my theories. Let me know yours in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please do remember to like, comment, subscribe, click the notification bell to make sure you never, ever, ever miss out on a news video for Doctor Who stuff. Also, our Doctor Who fan film, Echoes 3, it doesn't yet have a title, is coming in the far future, but subscribe so you don't miss it. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.